which the leadoff batter has not been the booger for Wolfenbarger. It's been after getting 1 or even 2 outs in the inning. Is when these little mini rallies pop up, and she's been able to extinguish them before before the flames get out of control. But that's flirting with disaster doing that. And Addie Renner is your batter, the right fielder for Northside. Wolfenbarger pitches that one off the end of the bat, foul back in the 3rd inning. But right there, about got ugly for Harris County is Laney Dansby's made a great play going back on it. Not near as easy as it looked on that catch either. And Abby Lovell coming up. Lovell singled her last time up in the 2nd inning, a 2-out single at that. She's looking to repeat that effort. Call strike on the outside corner. Here's Wolfenbarger's 0-1 pitch. It's a fly ball. Laney Dansby calls it. Laney Dansby catches it. 1-2-3 go the Patriots. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Still no score. Harris County's coming back after this.
Georgia, Alabama Sports Live is kicking off high school game day at Calvary Christian Friday, August 16th at 5:30 p.m. We will be out there covering the Knights as they open their season against Terrell County. And make sure you stay tuned for the live broadcast later that evening. High school game day is back. Be sure to watch us live from Calvary Friday at 5:30 p.m. The best local coverage of football is right here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live is kicking off high school game day at Calvary Christian Friday, August 16th at 5:30 p.m. We will be out there covering the Knights as they open their season against Terrell County. And make sure you stay tuned for the live broadcast.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, the full-size GMC Sierra 4x4 crew cabs discounted up to a giant $15,000 off. GMC Canyons with plenty of power and excellent towing ability, up to $5,000 off. And the roomy and enjoyable compact SUV, the popular GMC Terrains, up to $6,750 off.
Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way to Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
We're back. Rick Beach with you for Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Chris Gates, the producer today. Another phenomenal job by Chris.
Gracie Guthrie.
It's going to be Laney Guthrie leading us off. Oh, Gracie Guthrie leading us off. Sorry about that. Bottom of the 4th, still no score. We mentioned earlier, as expected, Abby Lovell, Chloe Wolfenbarger going at it. It's a called strike on the inside corner. Gracie Guthrie, the first baseman. We saw her in the 1st inning with some big hacks. Making no bones her intentions. That one's fouled off. Shortstop Davis caught it in foul territory. Great play by Haley Davis. Tracking that ball in the foul territory, staying with it and making the catch. Ivy McCormick coming up, the catcher for Harris County. Here's the first pitch of McCormick. McCormick squares, takes outside for a ball. They do appeal down. First base umpire agrees with the home plate umpire and myself, as I said it. It's 0-1 count, 1-0 count. Levels 1-0 pitches, taken outside, 2-0. Looking out both sides in the stands, still packed. McCormick squares again, takes again. Oh, they're going to say that was an attempt at the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think Coach Jenkins was too happy with that call. I think he was asking, was that on the pitch or on the bunt attempt? Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. As the netting probably saved my dental bill a little bit. That was heading towards the oval face. And now it's a 2-2 count with 1 out. Ivy McCormick. Ivy coached at the Little League with Riley Huckabee on the girls softball teams. Coached a 12U team. I believe they were coaching with Matt Carr, who ended up taking the team to Warner Robins. That was taken outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes is the count on McCormick. McCormick and Huckabee coached and umpired in Harris County Little League. Mostly umpired the little kids, the Coach Fitch kids, which one day them kids and Coach Fitch will be playing on this field as well. What makes Harris County a special place. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Just fouled off the left side. McCormick hanging in there. Swing and a miss. McCormick goes down.
Now batting for the Harris County Lady Tigers.
The 7th
Number
strikeout
14,
for Abby Lovell.
Guthrie.
And Laney Guthrie coming up to bat. Left fielder made a fantastic play to end the 3rd inning in left field with a runner on base going back just at the wall, made the catch. Now she's going to try from the offensive side. Do they want to ask at first base? Again, no swing is the call. 1 ball, no strike count. One-oh. Laney Guthrie gets back in there. Lovell delivers the ball. Swing and a miss. One ball, 1 strike to count. 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Here's the pitch. It's another swing and a miss. If you're Harris County, you're watching Lovell, she might be getting back on one of them rolls. We saw her earlier strike out 5 in a row. After the McCormick strikeout, she's coming out just dealing to Laney Guthrie. She toes the rubber, she gets her sign. She rocks it back. Swing and a miss. 8th strikeout, 3rd out in the 4th inning. And we go to the 5th, still no score in Hamilton.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the
High school football, baseball is Rick Beach back with you. Georgia Alabama Sports Live presented by Glenn Smith, Chevrolet GMC, as Maya Shemansky, the first baseman for the Patriots, will lead us off here in the 5th inning. 0-0 ball game. Ground ball. That one, again, eats her up. She's going to flip it on over as Tatum Richardson had the roller at her and got caught up on the bounces. And that's the 9-hole hitter reaching. In the top of the order, Lacey Martinez coming up for Northside. Shemansky looks like she's ready to run over at first base. Let's see what she does here. Wolfenbarger's pitch is fouled off by Martinez. As this game moves to the 5th, now them runners in a scoreless game are more and more important, as both teams will be looking to scratch out one run, hoping to make it stand. Martinez flies that one up to center. Miller Daniels chasing. Miller Daniels under it. She squeezes that tater and throws it in. Martinez retired. And that's one out here in the 2nd. L'Oreal Bird coming up for Northside. She walked her first time up and got the 3rd base. Wolfenbarger got out of the inning. Shemansky, your runner at first. Bird up to bat. Wolfenbarger delivers. That ball's going to miss everybody and roll behind the dugout. The kiddos chase after it down in that corner. And the count's 0-1 on Bird. Big lead by Shemansky over there at first. So that ball misses low and in. That's 1-1 on L'Oreal Bird. Wolfenbarger goes to the rosin bag, throws it on the ground, spins the ball around, reads her wristband, looks in, and she's ready to fire it in there. She rocks in. Fly ball left field. That ball is crushed to left field. That clears everything. And it's a 2-run homer for Northside as that ball cleared the trucks, the people, almost through the woods out there in left field. L'Oreal Bird got the pitch she wanted and absolutely demolished it. As she steps on home plate, everybody daps her up as that ball was crushed. And Northside jumps up on a 2-0 lead now over Harris County. We mentioned trying to scratch out one run. You get 2, you feel real fortunate. And just like that, this game flips over on us to a 2-0 lead Northside. Sometimes that's all it takes, just get a runner on and you're one swing away from stretching it up. L'Oreal Bird with a loud 2-run homer here in the 5th inning. Wolfenbarger's pitch to Freely, a called strike. She hit that ball, and the only question if it was going to reach the woods back there is that ball was way out of here. Another fly ball to center. Daniels going back, and that one gets out of here because that one hung up. And Kylie Friedley with a solo homer stretches the Northside lead to 3-0. It looked like Daniel had a beat on it. And she may have it, just ran out of room as it dropped between the fence and the scoreboard. And Coach Jenkins coming out to the mound to talk to Chloe Wolfenbarger. With the back-to-back home runs here in the 5th inning. Northside up to a 3-0 lead. You know, both home runs are kind of opposite looks. One to the center field, drops in front of the scoreboard. The other almost lands at the Circle K. But either way, they count the same. And the score is 3-0. And Weatherly Ridley coming up for Northside. One out here in the Top of the 5th, Northside breaking the score and open with 3 runs on back-to-back home runs. In the span of 3 pitches as that one misses away. The Northside with a huge crowd up here. For high school sports, and we cover a lot at Georgia Alabama Sports Live, that one's fouled off. This is something you don't see too often at any sport, even football, is the amount of fans and parents and students from both sides. The away side, I don't think they could squeeze another soul over there. And that one's taken outside, 2-1 count on Ridley. Harris County the same way, including the outfield. You see the students backed up to the fence. 3-1 count on Ridley. As the noise dies down a little bit on the Harris County side, but that's ball 4. Ridley reaches on a walk. And that's going to bring up Bailey Davis, the shortstop. Flew out to the first baseman, flew out to left field. She hit that ball to left field, almost got it out of the ballpark in the 3rd inning. As Laney Guthrie made a great play moving back right where the region title sign or the Elite 8 signs are. For years, the Harris County's made the Elite 8. That ball's taken up high for a ball. Had a great catch running into the fence back there. But right now, Chloe Wolfenbarger is looking for 2 outs to get out of this 5th inning and let this offense come up to bat. Scoreless game through 4, and here in the 5th inning, Northside. That's a line drive left field. It's going to drop down in front of Guthrie. And Davis is on with a single. Ridley goes down to second. Northside's got him first and second with 1 out. And Gracie Conkle was coming up, but it looks like Northside's going to go to the bench as the left-hander's walking up there. Looks like Kennedy Williams is going to be the batter. Yeah, that's a 14. That's Kennedy Williams going to come in to pinch hit. Davis at first. Let's see what they put anything on. So you got Davis at first, Ridley at second. Weatherly Ridley reached on a walk. Davis just with a single. Pinch hitter Williams. Left-handed batter comes in. She's swinging and takes for a strike on the outside corner. Didn't know if they wanted to put a bunt or something on. Try to take some advantage of all the momentum they have right now. Uncle Mo, we talked about it last game. He's so important. He's living in that north side dugout this is half inning. That ball gets past McCormick. Runners advance. Now Northside with second and third and 1 out. Umpires communicate to one another, taking the infield fly off as the runners advance. Now Williams got 2 runners in scoring position. Infield still playing back for Harris County. Dansby's cheating in a little bit at short. Now they're coming up. Now the infield's in. Let's see if Northside puts a contact play on. Try to score another run this inning. Ground ball at the middle. The runner at second goes. The runner on third don't. Throw to first. Gets 1 out. However, the run scores from third. As the run scores, that's going to be an RBI on the ground out by Williams. Dansby was in, so the runner was behind her. She didn't see the runner at second. Done ran past her. She may have been able to do something with that run there and prevent the run, but that's a lot easier said than done, especially with the play happening and it being behind her. We don't have eyeballs in the back of our head, so we don't know that. And there's another ground ball to Dansby, off her glove, bare hand, pick up, throw. Got that out at first and saved another run from scoring and ends the inning. However, L'Oreal Bird, Kylie Freely with back-to-back home runs. Williams with her ground out RBI, and Northside jumps out to what looks like a huge lead now after how these first 4 innings played out. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Northside 4, Harris County 0.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama, Sports Live is kicking off high school game day at Calvary Christian Friday, August 16th at 5:30 p.m. We will be out there covering the Knights as they open their season against Terrell County. And make sure you stay tuned for the live broadcast later.
Welcome back to Harris County High School. Through 4 innings, we had the matchup we all expected. Here, Northside breaking through in the top of the 5th with 4 runs, thanks to a 2-run homer by L'Oreal Bird. And the next batter, Kylie Freely, rocking one to center field for a solo homer. Northside now leads 4-0 over Harris County. County trying to get something back. Just 1 or 2 runs this inning would be huge to answer back, prevent Northside from that shutdown inning, that coveted shutdown inning after breaking through and grabbing a lead. You want that shutdown inning. And Miller Daniels with a foul ball to right field. Miller Daniel coming up swinging, the center fielder, speedster for Harris County, leading off in the 5th inning. Down 0-1. Abby Lovell as advertised tonight. Line drive up the middle, gets through the diving attempt by Harper Bray, and Miller reaches on a leadoff single.
Now batting for the Harris County Lady Tiger, number 11, Caroline Gatewood.
And Caroline Gatewood coming up. You got speed at first and a wicked bat lead coming up to play. She's a slapper, she can bunt it. Fast wheels at the plate, wheels at first. Coach Jenkins has options right here. He'd love to get Gatewood on and have 2 on with the top of the order as Riley Huckabee in the top of the Harris County order is on deck. First baseman coming way in. Gatewood takes that one. Shemansky coming way in. Harper Bray, the second baseman, having to cover first on the bunt attempt. 1-0 count to Caroline Gatewood. Miller at first. She's ready to run. Gatewood bunts it. Third baseman coming in. Quick throw. Gets by the first baseman. Miller's coming around third. She's going to come in and score. Gatewood goes to third. And the ball finally gets back into the infield. And Harris County, that's what we were talking about. It's all about momentum, and they're trying to get momentum back into their dugout on the first base side.
Number 3, Riley Huckabee.
And Harris County does score. Harris County still has a runner on third, but nobody out in the top of this order coming up. Coach Kara Story going out to the mound to talk to her pitcher. Good things happen when you put it in play. That's what Harris County's done. Single by Miller Daniel. Then the bunt to third base and the speed just put so much pressure on the defense. Forced the errant throw with the speed, and now you're looking at runner on third with nobody out and the top of the order coming up. As now Harris County will look for a big inning, but if you get two this inning, you're right back in this thing. You really love to get a hit here by Huckabee and really get going with this batting order. As now the Harris County crowd takes their turn to get loud, and that's taken high and away. Ball one to Huckabee. You can hear the Harris County crowd making noise now. Lovell delays it a little bit. Now she toes the rubber, looks at her wristband. Huckabee's in the box. Swing, right field, and drove out of here. Where's that one going to land? And now it's Harris County's turn to go around the bases as Riley Huckabee, bat flip and all, brings us within one run. And just like that, from a pitcher's duel to a 4-3 game, and Harris County is rocking up here on the hill. As that ball, much like the home run Northside hit, was crushed over everything but to right field. 4-3. What a game from a pitcher's duel for 4 innings at 0-0. And just like that, this game is flipped around to both teams going blow for blow. This is what championship level softball is all about. Two great teams, phenomenal matchup as advertised today. Now Laney Dansby's coming up to bat as the 2-run homer by Riley Huckabee has fired everybody up in Hamilton. And Laney Dansby takes for a ball, and she's ahead 1-0. One-0 count to Laney Dansby. And the pitch, that one's fouled back. 1-1 count. The talent and the emotion you see from these two teams is out of this world. One ball, one strike to count on Dansby. She gets back in there. The pitch. She took it high for a ball. It's 2-1. They count on Laney Dansby, the 2-hole hitter shortstop for Harris County. We've seen she's had some pop with a home run at Columbus and some hit 2 doubles that game as well. The 2-1 pitch, taken outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. This crowd has fired itself back up. The way Abby Lovell was pitching, that 4-run lead that Northside took in the top of the 5th looked like it was going to be insurmountable. But Harris County with a single by Miller Daniel, a beautiful bunt by Gatewood forcing that errant throw, then a 2-run homer by Riley Huckabee are right back in this thing. Crowd making noise. We got a 3-1 count on Laney Dansby. Chloe Wolfenbarger is on deck. And the 3-1 pitch to Dansby, fouled back. Big hack by Laney Dansby. Makes it a full count. And the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Beautiful off-speed pitch by Miss Lovell as that ball just dropped right in there.
Number 77.
And I'm telling you, Abby Lovell is a fantastic pitcher. And that changeup on a 3-2 count was beautiful pitch. And Laney Dansby is retired. Bringing up Chloe Wolfenbarger now with 1 out in the 5th inning. And the pitch to Wolfenbarger is taken inside. There's a fly ball to the first base side. Looks like it's going to bend out of play. Misses everybody sitting down there on the right field line. Evens the count up 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, we talking about how good the crowd is right here at home plate. You can see in the outfield. But on the first base dugout, from the dugout all the way to the foul pole is just people. Huge, huge crowd up here at the softball complex. And on the field, fantastic ball game. Wolfenbarger fouls that one straight back to make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Great, down the third baseline. It's going to get riled in. It's going to try to stretch it to a double. The throw from Bird is late to second. Chloe Wolfenbarger with a 1-out double down the third base line.
Number 29, Leslie.
She kept her hands in and drove it down the line. I think I said something silly like this, hey. That was right down the third base line. Bird did a fantastic job of getting to it with the backhand and throwing it into second, but just coming in a little late. And there's going to be a runner down at second. Is that Addie Seaman again? Looks like it is. And now Harris County is going to have the tying run in scoring position. This is going to be Addie Seaman.
Welcome to the Campus Academy Private School, where every student is celebrated for their.
Another product from Harris County Little League. There's going to be Lindsley Brown coming up with a chance to drive in the tying run. Who'd have thunk that? 0-0. Northside jumping out to a 4-0 lead in the top of this inning. And Harris County already with 3 in, looking to make it more and try to even this game up. There's Lindsley Brown coming up. Now we're situated as Lovell gets on the mound. Brown's in the box. She rocks, she fires. Fly ball right field, gonna bend out of play. Kiddos will chase that one down. It's an 0-1 count. Gracie Guthrie, your on deck batter. Right now, Lindsley Brown's in there with an 0-1 count. If that ball can find grass, you got to think Jenkins is going to wave Seaman home with her speed. And here's Brown. Ball's in the dirt. That ball rolls in the dugout. Let's see what they say here. It goes in the dugout. Are they going to give her home too? Now Coach Kara Story walks out there to see what's going on. Maybe they're going to say that Seaman was around third coming home when the ball went out of play. If that's the case, we're going to have a tied ball game. And let's see what they say. As home plate umpire gets the ball, looks like we're going to roll with a tied game. Addie Seaman, the speed pays off. Just like that, from a scoreless game to a 4-0 game, and now Harris County has roared back to tie this game up at 4 here in the 5th inning. And it's a one ball, one strike with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Lindsley Brown in the box. Abby Lovell misses away. 2 ball, 1 strike. The Harris County crowd takes their advantage to make some noise, as the Northside crowd has died down a little bit. Two balls, 1 strike. Lovell taking her time. Here's the 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. Line drive right field, it gets down. Brown is on with a single. And Harris County has tied it, now has the go-ahead run on. And nobody would have thought that was going to be happening this fast after being down 4-0. You know, I mentioned at the start of this inning, about a couple runs, they'd feel good. But now they have not just tied the game, now they're looking for more. Brown with the hit to right field. Coach Jenkins coming out to talk to the umpire. Coach Harper come over. Looks like they're going to get a pinch runner. Trying to get eyes on the number. Is that 19? Is that Abby Harrison? I believe it is. Yeah, that's going to be Abby Harrison coming in to run. So now if you're Harris County, you got some speed. And Gracie Guthrie coming up to bat. You know, she's going to be trying to get second on anything in the dirt. Much like we saw Addie Seaman when she was at second. That ball hit the dirt. She took off and was coming home when the ball rolled into the dugout, scoring the tying run. Now the go-ahead run at first with Abby Harrison. And Lovell's pitch is taken for a called strike on the inside part of the plate. Gracie Guthrie, the first baseman. And 5-hole hitter for Harris County. As the crowd noise is getting more and more louder and louder for Harris County. Gracie Guthrie digs in. She squares. She bunts it straight back off the padding on the stone. That's an 0-2 count. Harrison at first, hoping to get it down. And hey, we mentioned before, put it in play and good things happen. Put that in play, and if another errant throw, you could try to take the lead. Now it's an 0-2 count with 1 out on Gracie Guthrie. Lovell on the rubber, looks at her sign. Taken up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. We have Georgia Alabama Sports Live's got fantastic 24-hour coverage with this Harris County athletics, going from this softball team to the football game tomorrow night at 7:30 for Manchester. And if this is any kind of sign of what tomorrow night is, here's a 1-2 pitch. That ball might fall in there to right field. Just bends foul. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. if this is any kind of sign of what we're going to get tomorrow night, me and Chris might just be in for a dandy of 2 nights. Fantastic atmosphere tonight, as these 2 teams know each other so well, play regular season, region tournament, and they play the last couple years at South Commons in the Elite 8 Final 4. Swing and a miss by Gracie Guthrie, and that's the second out for Harris County here in the bottom of the 5th.
Harris County, Lady Tiger, number 23, Ivy McCormick.
And here's the catcher, Ivy McCormick, coming up to bat. And she's going to be sent back to the dugout for a pinch hitter. Let's see who Coach Jenkins runs out of the dugout. You know, it's like the Royal Rumble now. We're just kind of waiting to see who's going to make their entrance. Whose music is going to hit. It looks like it's going to be Harper Horton, the backup catcher.
Number 99, Harper Horton.
We saw her a couple nights ago at Troop with some big hits. She's got some pop in her bat. Boy, if she could gap one here, we get to watch Abby Harrison run. Probably watch Coach Jenkins' rotator cuff fall off. He'd be waving so hard. Here's Harper Horton digging in. To say it's a crucial spot in the game would be an understatement. Abby Harrison, your runner at first. Harper Horton, your batter. Horton eyeballs the pitcher. Pitcher winds it up, throws it in there, foul ball. Horton coming out swinging. You have to like that. Coming off the bench, not waiting around, not wanting to take a pitch, just coming up there swinging at the first good pitch she saw. Abby Lovell looks at the coaches, toes the rubber. Horton gets in the box, eyeballs Lovell. That ball's taken on the outside corner for strike 2. Quickly falls behind 0-2. On the pinch hitter, Harper Horton. Lovell looks in there. Lovell, swing and a miss. And the side is retired. However, Harris County answers back with 4 runs of their own, thanks to the 2-run homer by Riley Huckabee. We go to the 6th inning. We're right back to where we started. Harris County, Northside tied 4 apiece. Oh, yeah. I hear you. Oh, first pitch. And just like that, we're right back here in Hamilton and Northside, like two heavyweight fighters that they are with these two softball programs. Northside's going to lead us off with a double. Abby Lovell, the pitcher. We mentioned how good of a batter she is with a single her first at bat. She flops that one in right field. Good base run and gets her over to second. And just like that, Northside's runner on second with nobody out. Here in the sixth inning, Abby Lovell. Pinch runner Williams coming back in, and Szymanski's the batter. And Wolfenbarger, I don't know if she went or not. She got the bat back. And it's a 1 ball, no out, no strike count. Fantastic ball game. We can't say as advertised enough for the level of play that we're seeing here. Szymanski. Now it's a 1 ball, 1 strike count. As these two heavyweights go back and forth. 0-0 game through 4. Then the 5th inning, Northside explodes for 4 runs thanks to back-to-back home runs by Bird and Friedley. Then Harris County comes back with 4 more thanks to a 2-run homer by Riley Huckabee to really get it going. There's a bunt by Szymanski. Brown makes a charging attempt. Throw to first. And Szymanski's retired. As the second baseman, Skylar Salmon, coming in there, makes the catch. Great play by Brown to get the hop. However, Northside's now got the go-ahead run at third for the top of the order. That sack bunt gets the runner to third. Now it's Lacey Martinez going to get intentionally walked. And then Bird going to get intentionally walked. And that gets quite the reaction from this Northside crowd as Coach Jenkins says, let's walk Martinez and Bird to load them up. Obviously, you do that to get a force out at any base. I mean, Northside can ooh and ah and boo and all they want, but from a strategic side, if you're Harris County, a ground ball, you could possibly get out of the inning, but a base hit, you are in quite a jam. And that seems to fire up both sides again. And this crowd is at a fever pitch as the infield comes in for Harris County. Obviously, they'll come home on the ground ball. That's taken up. Friedley did hit a home run her last time up to center field. It looked like Daniel had a beat on it. Then it dropped in between the scoreboard and the center field fence. Great job of staying with it, driving to center field. Here's the pitch. There's a knuckleball to short. Dansby, the third to Brown. Harris County turns the double play. Coach Jenkins with the move of the night to decide to intentionally walk back-to-back hitters. It got the huge reaction from the Northside crowd. Fired the crowd up, fired the dugout up. And it pays off immediately as Friedley hits a line drive to short, flips it to Lindsley Brown. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Both teams tied at 4.
Georgia, Alabama. Sports Live will be your go-to for all your favorite high school and collegiate games this fall. From the Carver Tigers to the Columbus Blue Devils, the Harris County Tigers and Northside Patriots, the Glenwood Gators and Calvary Christian Knights, the Pacelli Vikings and Brookstone Cougars to the Smith Station Panthers and Russell County Warriors, from CVCC Pirates basketball and baseball and every tournament from here to Macon. We are the #1 destination for anything happening in East Alabama and West Central Georgia. Be sure to like and follow us on YouTube and Facebook, and stay tuned for even more amazing ways we will be bringing Georgia, Alabama Sports Live to you this upcoming season. We can't wait to come see you next.
And we're back go to the bottom of the 6th. Northside, runner on third, 1 out. Coach Jenkins intentionally walks the 1 and 2 hitter to bring up a girl that's already got a solo homer. And a line drive to Laney Dansby, flips it to Lindsley Brown, gets a double play, and now Harris County has Uncle Mo in their dugout squarely, and we're in the bottom of the 6th. And Harris County's looking to scratch 1 out here, get 3 outs, and sneak out of here with a 5-4 win. Taking in, we got Laney Guthrie leading us off here. This game's been exciting from the first inning. Plenty of base runners, great pitching. We've seen some great hitting. Just a fantastic ball game as that's taken for strike 2. For strike 1 rather, 1 ball, 1 strike. Laney Guthrie, the left fielder for Harris County. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Don't think for a minute just because the calendar says August. This is not a big game for both sides. But if this is what we can expect the next few times these teams meet, be ready for a great season, great matchups. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Now batting for the Harris County Lady Tigers, number 1.
11 strikeouts
Daniel.
for Abby Lovell as she has been dealing. And Miller Daniel coming up. She started that big inning last inning with a base hit to center field. Just a single to center, leading off the inning, and it got everything started. Now she looks to kind of catch lightning in the bottle twice potentially and try to fire one off with 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We do play 7. Lovell gets on the rubber. Daniel's already looking in there at her. She squares up the pitch. There's a ground line drive right at the third baseman, cheating in because of Daniel's speed, and Freely had that line drive right at her.
For the Harris County Lady Tigers, number 11.
And just like that, that's out 2. And Caroline Gatewood coming up to bat. And we've seen her with the bat. And she's like a surgeon with the bat. The way she slaps, bunts. She can pull her hands in and, drive it out to right field if you're not careful. But it's her bread and butter seems to be the slap to left field. Try to punch it in that 5.5 hole between the third and short. But, they want to sneak one in. She can pull her hands in and pull it down that first base line as well. And here's the pitch. She bunts it foul back. It's quickly no ball, 1 strike count. Two outs here in the bottom of the 6th. 4-4 game. No ball, 1 strike is the count on Caroline Gatewood. She got her hands back. She takes the ball away. 1-1 count with 2 outs here. Infield way in on the corners. As we just saw with Daniel, they even came in a little bit more for Caroline up to bat. Second baseman came in. Shortstop's about even with the bases back there. Even with second and third. Lovell looks at her wristband, gets on there, rocks her heel back. Gatewood swings and misses. That was the chance. She was trying to drive that one through there. When they're cheating in like that, it ain't hard to sneak one by them. Now it's a 1 ball, 2 strike count. We've seen Gatewood have some long at-bats with 2 strikes. Is Lovell going to try to get strikeout number 12 right here. Gatewood's going to try to stay alive till she could slap one in the outfield somewhere. And there it is, the center field. Caroline Gatewood slaps the single to center. And Harris County has the go-ahead run on with 2 out, and coming up the bat's Riley Huckabee.
Riley Huckabee.
Last inning, Huckabee sent one to right field over the region championship signs, over the tent, over the truck in right field. It was her turn to drive one, and she got all of it. Now we're tied at 4. Good speed at first. As the Let's Go Huck chants come throughout the crowd. Addie Lovell flicks the dirt with her fingertips. Huck, old school, no batting gloves. Digs in. Takes the ball outside. Oh, they're going to call it a strike. The dramatic pause got me again from the umpire. No ball, 1 strike to count. The 0-1 pitch. Taken away. Evens the count up, 1 ball, 1 strike. We mentioned Riley Huckabee, all-state, all-region last season. Fantastic travel ball player, fantastic high school player. One of the best around, without a doubt. Line drive right field, hello lead. Harris County rockets out to a 6-4 lead now as they're pushing the players back. And Gatewood steps on home plate. Huckabee coming around third. Jenkins fired up as he should be. And that's what leaders do. That's what ball players do. And Harris County down 4-0 in the 5th. Shoots hot 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. And Riley Huckabee, have yourself a night, girl. It's her second 2-run homer. And Laney Dansby's coming up to bat. That ball, like her other one, that was more of a line drive than the high, long home run her first time. That ball might have been hit even harder, but it was a line drive over there towards the softball building in right field. And now Harris County up 6-4. I'm telling you, we got a triple header in football tomorrow night, but I don't know if anything can rock like this game can. Ball taken outside. It's going to be hard to top this atmosphere. It's going to be hard to top this emotion. But everybody's going to try tomorrow night. But right now we have a 1-1 count. We have a dandy going in Hamilton. If we want to go ahead and look ahead, Northside will have 4, 5, and 6 coming up in the top of the 7th as that's called strike 2. This 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And then Caroline Gatewood, much like Miller Daniel last inning, a base hit to center field got it started. Gatewood with the base hit, then Riley Huckabee just cranks one to right field, back-to-back innings, the 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Count remains 1-2. We mentioned Huckabee. What a fantastic player she is. What a leader she is when her team needs her the most. You know, I've always said the all-time moment of somebody putting the team on their back that I've seen was Cole Mathis in the playoffs. Riley Huckabee matching that energy and that skill tonight. The 1-2 pitch taken for a ball. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As when her team needs her down by 3, she hits a 2-run homer. When her team needs her with 2 outs, tied at 4, she hits a 2-run homer. We mentioned she was a Max Preps Player of the Week last year in September. She was a Region 3 5A Player of the Year, first team All-State. Fly ball to second base, and looks like Harper Bray squeezing that one. As we get ready, I will do some quick promotions for tomorrow night. Don't forget, 5:30, high school game day live from Calvary High School or from Calvary School with Terrell County coming to Calvary, Richard Holdridge, Thrift Behringer. we'll be doing the high school game day. The other game we got is Northside and Shaw. Thrift Behringer will be the play-by-play on that game. And then the third game of the triple-header, myself and Chris Gates, the producer extraordinaire, will be heading to Manchester for the Rivalry renewed. First time in 19 years, Harris County and Manchester will be playing one another again. It's a phenomenal schedule tomorrow night, following a phenomenal game here tonight in Hamilton as Harris County's leading by 2. But don't forget, tomorrow night we got 3 games, including high school game day, 5:30. Thrift Behringer and Richard Holdridge will be taking that. High school game day is becoming a bigger phenomenon. Year 3 of it, I'm expecting big things. I know Thrift has, so big plans going on, and we can't wait to see it. We can't wait for those to come up and watch. As McCormick throws it down, Dansby makes the tag, flips it to Salmon, who throws it to Brown, and we're about to get started here in the top of the 7th. We mentioned Ridley, Davis, and Conkle coming up. If anybody can get on Renner or Wolfenbarger, hoping that does not become the case. Weatherly Ridley, cleanup hitter for Northside. Wolfenbarger's first pitch of the 7th. Fly ball left field, and it's going to bounce up against the wall. Guthrie going to sling it to second, and just like that, Northside has a little rally going with a leadoff double. First pitch of the top of the 7th. And Ridley gets a double. As Guthrie had that ball scorched over her head. Looks like there's going to be a pinch runner for Ridley. I don't have an 11 on my roster. It looked like number 11 ran out there. Either way, Northside's got a runner on second. But if you're Harris County, you want outs. As much as you don't want nobody to score, that run does not mean near as much as the runner at the plate. And it's going to be a ball in. Wolfenbarger comes back, 1-0 pitch. Grounded foul past the coach's box. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Harris County looking for 3 outs here. Like we mentioned, if this is any teaser for what we're going to see when these teams meet later in the year, buckle up, because it's going to be a crazy postseason. And Wolfenbarger's 1-1 pitch. Foul straight back. Count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes on Bailey Davis, the shortstop for Northside. One-two pitch, Wolfenbarger. High foul ball is going to get out of play. Hit it into the mass of people behind the Northside dugout. By the Northside dugouts, count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Davis with a great at bat here in the 7th inning. Filing some off after falling behind 1-2. Wolfenbarger misses low. McCormick has that one get by her. Runner goes to third. If you're Harris County, it's okay with that runner. Even if she scores on a out here. If you get a ground ball, just let her score and get the out. You need outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Line drive left field. Bailey Davis drives in the runner. And now Northside, just like that, has the tying run on base with nobody out. Bailey Davis with a great at bat. Follow him behind 1-2, foul him off, take a pitch. even the count up, line one to left field. And now Coach Jenkins calls for time and get it. He's going to walk out there and talk to his pitcher. And now it's Northside side making some noise as the dugout is trying to urge their students and parents to get going. It's going to be Gracie Conkle coming up to bat, the catcher, as the umpire starts easing his way towards Coach Jenkins, who breaks it up. Pitch. The bunt by Conkle to Brown at third to first. Salmon's got it, and the tying run is down to second. And Harris County's got an out on a 5-3 sacrifice. And Addie Renner is coming up to bat. If you're Harris County, you peek over in that on-deck circle, you see number 8, Abby Lovell. Comes the right fielder, Renner, coming in. They're not done yet. They're looking for, they're not done yet. They're looking for the lead here in the 7th inning. Wolfenbarger looks in there at Abby Lovell, Northside's all-state player. She takes a strike on the outside corner and looks off speed, just dropped in there. Hardest outs it gets, the last 3, and that shows tonight as Northside's answered right back with 2 of their own so far, looking for more. And that one's fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 on Lovell. You have to look at Conkle's great sacrifice bunt, getting the runner over to second, allowing her to score with ease on that double. Or we could easily be looking at a 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Lovell kicking the dirt around. Like Huckabee, no gloves, like Huckabee from the left side. Ground ball to short. Dansby sits on it, throws across the diamond, and that's the 2nd out. And the runner remains at second base. And Szymanski's coming up to bat with 2 outs. Flip it over, looking ahead. Gonna be Wolfenbarger, Brown, and Guthrie coming up for the county. The runner's gonna steal third. Brown with the tag. And she's called safe. She slid just up under the glove, umpire right on top of it. And just like that, now McCormick becomes ever so important behind the plate. With a runner on third, Szymanski up the bat. The infield has to come in. You know in softball you could bunt one down. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Wolfenbarger fouls that one back by Szymanski. Count even 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the 7th, 1-1 count. Szymanski takes high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Maya Szymanski, the first baseman for the Patriots in there. 2 balls, 1 strike's the count on her. 3 balls and 1 strike at top of the order with Lacey Martinez on deck. If you're Coach Jenkins and Chloe, you'd like to see her when Harris County travels the Northside next month. Here's the 3-1 pitch. There's going to be a ball, and Lacey Martinez will get her opportunity to come at the bat. She was intentionally walked her last time up. Now leadoff batter, center fielder, Lacey Martinez, fantastic hitter. Harris County just looking for an out to get a chance to win this thing in the bottom of the 7th. Northside trying to scratch out the lead. Line drive center field, Daniels got it! And that's the 3rd out. However, Harris County allows 2 runs to Northside. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Back to where we started, tied up 6-6.
Truckloads of fresh inventory are rolling into Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Check out the powerful new Chevrolet Silverado 4-wheel drive crew cabs, discounted up to $13,750 off. Chevy Equinox with discounts up to $6,000 off. And listen to this, 2024 Chevy Blazer EV, as low as $295 a month. Brand new Chevy Blazer EV, 24 months lease, just $295 a month.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama, Sports Live is kicking off high school game day at Calvary Christian Friday, August 16th at 5:30 p.m. We will be out there covering the Knights as they open their season against Terrell County. And make sure you stay tuned for the live broadcast later that evening. High school game day is back. Be sure to watch us live from Calvary Friday at 5:30 p.m. The best local coverage of football is right here on Georgia, Alabama, Sports Live.
Welcome back to Harris County High School, Rick Beach, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live, presented by Glenn Smith. You know, Chris, there's a JV game they got to play after this. This atmosphere is just incredible. This is an incredible atmosphere. If you get an opportunity to come out and see these 2 teams play, especially against each other, you always want to take it. We're in the bottom of the 7th with just blow for blow, both teams. Northside scored 4, Harris County scored 4. Harris County scored 2 to take the lead. Northside answers right back with 2 more. Now Harris County's up with Chloe Wolfenbarger going to lead us off here in the bottom of the 7th. The 7th and final inning. Northside looking for extras. Harris County wants to scratch one out and walk this thing off. As Wolfenbarger takes a call, strike on the outside part of the plate. Games like this, each pitch is so big. 0-1 pitch, taken for a ball outside. 1-1's the count. All these people that were here to watch the first pitch, nobody has left. Actually, more people came. I saw some middle school players. Their game's complete, and they showed up with their parents. Here's the 1-1 pitch. This called strike outside corner. Could have nipped it on the way by. Either way, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chloe Wolfenbarger. Lindsley Brown is on deck. One ball, 2 strikes on Wolfenbarger. Fly ball right field. Renner going to get and make the underhand catch. Looked like it might have snuck in there for a double. However, it's fly out to right field.
Lindsley Brown.
Now Lindsley Brown's going to come up to bat, the third baseman for Harris County. Good hitter in their own right. She's been on base a couple times already today. Fouled straight back, heads up behind us as it's going to bounce towards the bathroom. Lindsley's committed to the University of North Georgia. Great softball program to have up there. Seen more and more committing there. No ball, 1 strike count on Lindsley. Abby Lovell licks her fingers in the dirt again, looks in the dugout. Brown's in the box, eyeballing the pitcher, pitcher on the rubber. Woof. Brown takes outside as Lovell misses away to even the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball center field. Martinez going back. Brown looks up. It's going to bounce off the wall. Brown's going into second with a double. The football team in left field is fired up. And Harris County, as that ball was carrying and carrying and carrying, it looked like it bounced up against the fence as I thought Martinez was going to have a beat on it and squeeze it. Brown fired up at second base, as she should be, as she is the tying run. And let's see if they want to run her, get some speed out there for her. Maybe that's what Coach Harper and Jenkins are talking about, is Gracie Guthrie coming up to bat. Coach Harper goes over towards the dugout. Let's see what. They might want some speed, so Guthrie, no. Going to be Brown at second, Guthrie up to bat. Lindsley Brown with a double to deep center. As that ball almost carried out of here. And now Guthrie, ground ball, just foul. If she could sneak that one on the first baseline, them girls would be dancing at home plate. Gracie Guthrie, first base today. The lefty digs in. She's staring the pitcher down already. Here comes Abby Lovell. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And it's taken outside. Evens the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Lindsley Brown, your runner at second. Guthrie, your batter. Ivy McCormick is on deck. So here comes the 1-1 pitch from Lovell to Guthrie. Call for a strike. And Lovell takes a head in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brown's getting a good jump at second on the pitch. She's looking to score if it finds grass. If you're Guthrie, you would love to just roll one out in a gap somewhere, make it easy on Brown. There's a base hit up the middle. It gets through. Brown's around third. Martinez throw. Brown was held up. And there goes Guthrie to take second. Fantastic job of hitting behind in the count. And now Harris County has first and third, or second and third with 1 out. Ivy McCormick will come up to bat. Base hit up the middle. We talked about if it found grass. Jenkins obviously knowing these arms as well as he does. Martinez came up firing with a good throw. Would have been a bang-bang play. But with the throw coming straight down to second, now it allows Northside to intentionally walk Ivy McCormick. And it's going to be Laney Guthrie with a chance.
Lady Tiger, number 14, Laney Guthrie.
1 out. Now they look for the double play after the intentional walk. And it looks like Coach Jenkins will reach in his back pocket and see if he could pull something out of it when he goes to the bench. And he's going to get up. Looks like Madison Anglin going to be the batter.
Number 24, Madison Anglin.
Anglin coming in to hit for Laney Guthrie. This is after the intentional walk. Coach Carastori and Coach Jenkins battling it out. Just like the players on the field, these coaches are going back and forth. Strategery is the old George W. quote, and that's what they're using today. Bases loaded. 1 out. Madison Anglin, the batter. The pass ball would be tight, not a big backstop here. Lindsley Brown at third, your runner. Anglin, crowd comes to their feet. Anglin with a swing and a miss on the first pitch. The fans next to the first base dugout all on their feet, infield in. Oh, 0-1 count with 1 out. Anglin ready to bat. Takes a called strike. Quickly falls behind 0-2. Miller Daniel, the on-deck hitter. Anglin asks for time and gets it. Steps out, composes herself. Here's that level pitch, swing and a miss. That's out 2. And Miller Daniel coming up. Daniel, the sophomore. She got a base hit to get the rally going when they're down by 4. Now the infield can slide back some, but don't forget Miller has great speed, even though there's a force out at every base now with the bases loaded. Both sides on their feet, both sides making noise. Abby Lovell looking in the dugout. Miller Daniels already in the batter box, ready to go. And the pitch taken outside. Ball 1 to Miller Daniel. Miller, like we mentioned with the base hit earlier, single up the middle. Now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. And 1-0 count. Lovell on the rubber. Abby Lovell shakes off. Here she comes. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. To the backstop it went. Evens the count up. 1 ball, 1 strike. The high fastballs look so good, but are so tough to get to. But if you do get them, you can hit them a long way. Right now, Harris County don't need one a long way. They just need a hit. Just need one to get through. They just need anything to score that runner from third to prevent extra innings. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Take it high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jim Miller, you're looking for something right here. Lovell with a winner run at third, not wanting to fall behind. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's going to be showed bunt, pull back. 3 balls, 1 strike. Now this Harris County side really making some noise. 3 balls, 1 strike. Harper Bray come in. Some words of encouragement to her pitcher, Abby Lovell. Fantastic ball game. Weather's been perfect. The game even better. Coaches have been phenomenal. Players even better. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th. Tied ball game. Miller Daniels in the box. Abby Lovell's rocking. Abby Lovell firing. And it's taken for ball 4. And Harris County from down 4 wins the ball game. Harris County opens the season at home with a thrilling 7-6 victory. There's no better way to bring in the home schedule. You open the season at home against a region opponent, a rival, defending back-to-back state champ, and you win the game. I have to say, Riley Huckabee's home run, but Miller Daniel, who walks to win the game, had the hit down by 4 to get the rally started. Fantastic game. We'll go ahead and talk tomorrow night. I mentioned earlier, 5:30 tomorrow, live from Calvary. High school game day with Thrift Behringer. Richard Holdridge will be with him. There'll be a great atmosphere there as they're packing it up. Got the student section coming for Calvary's high school game day. Then we have 3 games. Terrell County at Calvary, Northside and Shaw will be playing. And then Harris County and Manchester at 7:30 tomorrow night. The Georgia-Alabama Sports Live triple header tomorrow. But this game got us kicked off in phenomenal style for Rick Beach, for Chris Gates. I'm Rick Beach. Harris County wins 7-6. We'll see you tomorrow night in Manchester.
Well, back then the rivalry was great. I mean, a lot of those guys went and played rec league here, but just went on to like Manchester and other schools around the community to play. So leading up to the week, it was a lot more than just playing against another community. You playing against family, friends, people that you knew, people that you was gonna see on Sunday, and the bragging rights and the whole atmosphere leading up to the game. You had to get your tickets in advance even to get into the game. That rivalry and that game just meant so much to this community as far as bragging rights and even just conversation and the overall competition of this community.
Growing up, I mean, every year, that's something that, I heard about the people that played on the team, they always look forward to. Like I said, they always talked about it. We're so close, right over the mountain, and I even actually went to school with kids from over there, so every time we got the chance to play them, it was always a lot of talking, a lot of yapping, here and there, but it was always good yapping. But like I said, every time they played them on Fridays every year, it was a great atmosphere. I only got to attend like 3 games, but every time 10 o'clock, 10:30, I was waiting on the news of who won that game.
I'm gonna go back a little bit further than that, man. My mom taught at Manchester High School since the early 80s, and I went to high school games from the time I could run around. And I can remember always playing Harris County. And what was unique about our rivalry, in my opinion, was we were right on the border with each other. We had so many friends that went to school with us for a little while, then went to Harris County. Some may have even come back. And so when we got on the field together in high school and we played against each other, it was friends playing against each other. Sometimes it was family on the other side of it. So it's a quasi-civil war where you know the people intimately, and there's a whole lot of pride in winning that game.
God, this rivalry here, great rivalry. Stands packed, no food at the concession stand, no room to stand, no room to sit. Everybody on their toes, because if you blink an eye, you miss a moment.
Don't beat this out, because this is what they say. I heard this. If you want the hell knocked out of you, come to Manchester and take a left at the light.
My barber stays in LaGrange. My last year playing them, he actually was the guy that I couldn't get away from. Every time I tried to get a touchdown, he would come in and stop me. He never let me live it down. And I think that, man, I'm tired of all the talking. It's been years we've been wanting to play each other. And I think this year right here, it's going to be a start of something good going into the future. I'm ready for it.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beach. Harris County and Manchester has met 37 times, many on this very field. After a 19-year hiatus, that rivalry is renewed.